Testing, 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 testing. Can we get more use for string? Because currently the only use is to make reinforce binding. No. This is just a lie. You can make a loom. You can make a sail. A candle. saddles, crossbow, bow, a drying table, a smart filter that's absolutely irrelevant for this, another candle, wall, name tag, leads, string meshes, scaffolding, pipe connector, engineer's hammer, and of course the fishing rod. To be fair, that has backfired a little bit. Yeah, you did actually put I use it to make. Might I suggest using it to make fishing rods? Also, how do I trigger the mysterious thing that everyone seems to be getting? Does anyone actually know how to reliably trigger it? There's no cutting with pickaxe one here. Bricks. Yeah, see, this is the thing. So I haven't managed to trigger it either, so I don't know what the circumstances are to trigger it. But the bug report says every time I die, the chat is spammed. Was that LTX Industries I saw in JI? Yes. That is the like end game of the pack. I say I did want to use this before in Submerged. Yeah, Submerged 2. But we ended up sticking with mech. And then we're using it here. It's a cool little mod. Maybe I'll leave cheats off just in case it's that. What is this? Debug mode. Oh, is this one with all the block states in the game? Yeah. State in the game. Not really sure why. I guess if you're looking for textures and stuff. Look at all these colors. It's nice that it done it in order. I thought it was going to show every single type of draw option then. Why does energy meter use so many? Oh, this is the external monitor. That's probably a bug then. That's a lot of block states. Energy monitor, bottom up. Controller force facing horizontal multi-block. I have no idea what that is then. Still seems like a lot of I just had no idea how to access that world. I knew it was a thing. I just didn't know how you got there. So we just do a normal world. And we'll just do skyblock create and then just jump off. Hi. Thing is, this won't kill me. Yes, I can see YouTube chat, yeah. Oh yeah, I've got no command. I'm still not seeing it. Every time I die, my chat is spammed with the same message, and I keep taking damage. If I use my teleports though. Yeah, I literally have no idea. Was it output? Yeah. Do we do cobblestone? I think we probably do. We'll have to leave that mysterious whatever bug for the moment. Because until we have a way of replicating it, I don't know what to say about it. Do we really need to do it for the others? Maybe. No, I didn't. Well, I think I did see that somehow. Of course, none of these IDs were correct. Oh, they were. I just didn't say. I think Fox Hotel made it because it's crate's still on 1.21. I'm pretty sure it's just an entity tag. It's just it won't. Let's test. I'm 99% sure it's just an entity tag. Alright, frog. Eat sound. One less spawn. Create animal attributes. Death sound. Can eat. If entity type is tags of frog food. Or slime. If entity entity of instance of slime get size is not 1, then don't eat it. So yeah, it's just a tag. And then the only values in that tag is slime and macro cubes. remember seeing it before when I was looking at the sniffers. I guess. Actually, maybe not. I was gonna say we could probably add the Undergarden one, but there's no point. Okay, so that's that. I'll give that a tick. As I said, a casting menu is a weird one because it doesn't do it in single player. I know it is doing it. Why has it started doing it in single player? This doesn't do it, right? No. It might do it, but you just can't see it. Same with this. This could actually be doing it as well, but we won't be able to see it. Unless we did the progress bar. So there must actually be something that's causing that then. Maybe it's legendary tooltips or something. Calling too early. But why is it only doing it on the actual tooltip and not the shift one? Because the actual tooltip here is vanilla. Yeah, it's very odd. And also it has a shadow. Unless it's the shadow that's causing it. But I don't think we can really do anything about it now. Cutting board bug fractured. Whenever I go to place a piece of gravel on the cutting board, a second piece of gravel appears above the cutting board. What? It doesn't for me. Whenever I go to place a piece of gravel on a cutting board, a second piece of gravel appears above the cutting board. If you shift, it does. Also, if I try and cut the gravel into flint with a rock, my rock disappears and the piece of gravel comes off like nothing happened. Oh, rid at the bottom, I was holding shift. Leaving it and rejoining picks it. They're the bugs we like, the ones that we don't have to do anything with. Oh yeah, the Frost Steel armor upgrade isn't in the quest book, but you could totally make it instead of the Clockwork one. And I think Frost Steel has a lot more durability. Why didn't I put that in the quest? think it's one of those ones because I was playing it, I didn't even notice that wasn't there. Problem is they both need survival armor. Well, that is a bug. Or is it? I don't know if that is a bug. I don't think you should want to be going through the whole so like you don't want to do stone to clogrum to froststeel really. Like, this isn't used for anything, is it? No. Yeah, I think that's fine. You just have to leave it like that. Quest completion for impure froststeel blocked by nature's compass. Minimum required dependencies. 1. That fixes that. Few mod suggestions. Oh yeah. Orderly, expect ping display, cable facades configured. Adventure essentials, Saturn, simple backup, salt and stick. Too fast, showcase item, journey map. What's recipe essentials? Oh, federal. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's add all these in. Too fast thing's hilarious. The funny thing is about that login stuff for that fast moving is it's not like it's impossible to not do that in vanilla. You should just give yourself speed like 255 or whatever it is. And then you can trigger the log. Right, so the ones I haven't added at the minute, so... So we'll have a look at these in a sec. Try and see if there's still loads. I made a Froststeel axe, had 500 durability, it was worth it for me. Yeah, it's definitely better. If you're gonna update it, add a new message now, because I've read the first part. There's an amazing amount of like performance and library mods you need now. Still kind of weird that JEI depends on a configuration mod. Well, it doesn't really depend, I guess, but okay. Added sodium even needs a hidden one. Yeah, that one. Trouble is, like, it's not even that one apparently. I mean, how does sodium have two mods that do options? That are APIs that are required for add-ons? It doesn't make sense. It looks the same to me. Is it the same? I mean, even I have to say, I don't understand why this has to be its own menu. Especially with the way menus work now. This could have been its own thing. Well, not its own thing. It could have been using vanilla. Is there a way to disable the count at the top? Are you in options? Yeah, with default options. What's the config? What are we looking for? Sodium. Performance, notifications, debug, weather quality, no. Sodium extras. FPS? Oh. Now what we do now is we open up the exporter and we tick that config so we don't forget to. Fractured. So we're looking for sodium extras. And then we just tick that. Is that live? No. My options text. I don't think. Let me see. Pretty sure. Sound music category 0. Maybe it is. Yeah, no, these are mine, I think. We only really care about the keybinds actually. So I don't know if we just want to add. What is extra? Nothing. Maybe we just export the keybinds and not the actual options. This still exports the options. Probably because I picked the whole file. Nah, it didn't export any. That work? No, it's still exporting the options. Does this override the oh that do you know what? So that's why the data packs were enabled, the resource packs were enabled, right? That makes sense. So can I change this? Can I just delete this? If you installed it through... Oh no, yours should have changed. Maybe it only loads once. Maybe it only loads on first load. Which actually makes total sense. I do actually remember somewhere that it says it only does it if it's not there. Yeah, on first run, users will not start out with an options. On first run, users will start with the options you configured. And future changes will not be overridden. Yeah, okay, that's fine then. So, I don't really want to be changing everybody's settings, really. The only thing... I mean, the resource packs being on is probably quite nice. So, if I delete entries, does that work? Only load if it doesn't exist. Yeah, but my point is if I delete every entry in here, apart from this, when a new player gets their options, does it copy this or does it only give them just this? That's for keybind. We're mainly doing it because the reload shaders button, right? That was the main reason. I guess this is fine, to be fair. If you want to change settings, change settings. If you're getting a base on first load, I don't really mind that. We might use that going forward, though, if we want to enable certain resource packs. I've gone past that point of not including shaders. The whole reason we never included them before is because it made everything really unstable, but there really is no stability issues now. Not any that I'm too concerned of. Okay, so that's all most of the performance on. Cable facades. We'll add router facades, definitely. I don't actually think we want cable facades. Don't think we need it. And again, recently, cable facades has been a mess. Been a few issues, I think. Proof handling for structures. Yeah, well, I think it's 2 point whatever. I think it's probably just worth. I don't think it's a necessity in this, so we'll ignore that. Torchmaster we can probably do. Jumbo Furnace is another one, which was quite buggy before. Yeah, I don't think Jumbo Furnace really fits what we're trying to do. Because you only really need like any mass smelting should be done via casting anyway. On the whole. I know there's certain things, but glass is from casting. You can get stone from casting. You can melt the black bricks from casting. Yeah, I don't think we need this. Yeah, I get that. I just don't think it's too necessary. Lava is it's annoying to get, but it is around. Oh, update on Cube.js. I created a fork on it on... When did I do it? Yesterday. Let's just delete that chat. Good to see Twitch's moderation still working. No one's allowed to chat in my chat if their account is more than 24 hours old. This account is 13 hours old and somehow got through. What was I saying? Oh yeah, QPS. And I had it working, but it doesn't load any recipes. But I believe that is actually fixed now. So I may create another fork on it today. Possibly start testing it. Because I think it is pretty close. Which means hopefully we can start K-Populous 2. I thought you disabled that. No, I re-enabled it. 24-hour verification. 24-hour account age, I think it is. Moderation. So, what's it on? Advanced settings. So email verification is off. So you don't. Maybe that's worth turning on. All viewers must have a verified email to follow. I wonder if we just turn that on. Or this one. Users without a verified email can only follow with accounts older than a week. That might be worth doing. I will do the same for phone verification as well. Stop banned users from viewing your stream. Well, we'll turn them both on. Currently banned, 99 plus. Added by Tycho, Ben Law, Tycho, Ben Law, Tycho, Ben Law. Tycho does do majority of the moderating in here. That's a lot of bans. Are you going to add another phase to the bot? Yeah, you have banned a lot. Are you going to add another phase to the bot? What on earth does that mean? Oh, phrase. Well, that was already on the... that link is already on the Streamlabs one, which is why it's bizarre that it got through. If I look at Streamlabs, and obviously it's saying that I'm not logged in, even though it's on and active right now. Cloudbot. Mod tools. Word protection is on. Blacklist is only one word apparently. That can't be right. I mean, somehow the CloudBot wasn't active on YouTube, but it is now. Maybe Twitch was doing majority of the moderation then. To be fair, Sazabi, you are here quite a bit. You probably should be a mod. There you go. How did Fractured actually do? 474 downloads in 24 hours. That's not bad. Before we were rudely interrupted, we're back on the Discord. So, a few more suggestions. So we've added all them. We'll give that one a tick and I'm going to close it. Feature, no, that's not us. Submerged, submerged, submerged. Where's Fractured? Just put it out. Opus 26. Opus Plus. What's that? We're going to close the Farm Opus one. Contain Techopolis, Techopolis. Keep inventory. Farmopolis. No. Submerged Farmopolis. Contained. Yeah, we added Torchmaster, yeah. I don't know if our usual 4 people who played a pack have started yet. Play your packs. Who are you talking about? Yeah, I did have Torchmaster. I don't know if I reset it, so we'll start now and we'll just check the recipe. Oh, Cyberfuel and Nick and Isaac. Yeah, I think Cyberfuel just started a new pack, and Nick and Isaac are still playing Snowblock. The thing is, if it needs glowstone, we'll just replace it to use what's it called? The invisible places. Stoneblock 4 might. Nick and Isaac's last mod pack will probably be Stoneblock 4. What, last mod pack ever? You want the feral flare lantern. If they use they do not. Why did they not use the same one? See, that's annoying. Yeah, but if only the game had those things. Oh wait, they do. I bet it's the same as this. See, mine uses the vanilla ones, right? Because there's no point adding your own if the vanilla ones are already there. It'd be nice if the placer would have detected them though. If they used the vanilla ones, they would have. Right, let's have a look. Neoforge. Why is it mixed into the title screen? This line is printed by an example mod from Neoforge. I'm guessing this is all common. So common, main, Torchmaster, blocks, invisible light block, extends air block. That's all it does. The this one clears residual lights with a feral flare lantern. But again, I'm guessing this will just do a check in an area and then just check for that block. Blah blah blah. Interaction result use. Block check position, play sound, lava extinguish, check for blocks 15x, minus 15x, plus 15x, minus 15y, plus 15y, minus 15z, plus 15z. Check position, if position is block invisible light dot get, remove block. So that could have been done with lights, I think. And maybe. There's no way it will remove mine though. It's a completely different block. Maybe some sort of compact with Torchmaster wouldn't be a bad idea. But I think the best way would be to use BBL fixes. And then we could just replace the block that they use with the vanilla. It would literally be like 2 mix-ins and then we could probably do it. Where else do they use this? So the invisible light block is used in the mod registry, obviously, for the block. The frozen pearl, and then... Oh yeah, actually the block entity, how's that work? Used there as well. This dot set level, mod block, invisible block, yeah. So we could we could do that. I'm just trying to think why they would add their own one. I wonder if they can... See, we can control the light level. I don't think they can. I'm guessing I won't be able to see it. Yeah, no, it has nothing. Wait, so that means you can't waterlog them, yeah? Yeah, you can't waterlog them either. Well, that is true, but the option that is so easy to add, I thought it was just easy to throw it in. Especially if you want like ambient lights, I guess. There's like a slight light level increase. Right, so the feral flare land. I think this is a hard one. Because where do we put it? Because it is quite good. I play every bright with full brightness mod. That doesn't stop mob spawning though. See, this is an interesting one. Pretty far. It's in Gaia, I think. Oh no, it's the desert. But the desert is gold. And glowstone is colour caves. That is right towards the end of the pack. See, this is the Rory. Because I feel like if we're taking mobs out of the game, it just feels bad to do that. Can we reduce the range on it? But even that. Yeah, so maybe the torch, maybe the actual torch is fine. Probably just need to change the recipe a bit. What does this one do? Prevent spawn of passive animals. As you say, this is the one, isn't it? This is the good one. It's glowstone as well. That's just iron. Yeah, I get that. Void capture. Oh, void chat TV. Again, that might be a bit too late. I think either in the Undergarden or hot. And I think we could probably use the cluster. Oh yeah, don't let me forget that. I'll do that today. So I wonder if we do. We do something like that. And then we come off of here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. It won't be a torture, we'll just use the cluster maybe. And then we're going to change this recipe big time. So think the torch only needed that shard. Oh, yeah, it does. That's fine. That's fine. So let's go something like that. And then A will be we're gonna have to make this expensive. Wait, I thought we made this cheaper. Maybe we didn't. We could use the lights anyway. I seriously just messed the name up. Oh, it's BBO Lights. I had no idea that was the name. Makes total sense though, doesn't it? I was just spamming it around. And then C will be I think we're going to use the cluster there. Of course, it's not called torch. It's called shard torch. And then E. Frosted would be nice. Maybe it is just glass, yeah. I think it's glass blocks. Like everything else is it's interesting that isn't like storage blocks, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Actually, I think we want to move the blocks to the bottom. Actually, maybe we just let's just swap them. Yeah, it's got to be expensive. It is good. Yeah, it is pricey, but Look at that. I'll give you 4 back. Out of the 27 used. We have got a hell of a lot of issues open. While you're here, oh, okay, so you've already marked this one as done, so I'm going to close this. Simple rich presents. I know we probably are going to do that, so I'll close that. "29th of March. Closing that. Closing that. Closing that. Fluid deletion with just die things fluid canister. I actually think that was fixed. As if you updated frame blocks, I guess. Again, we're not going to delete any items that aren't used. Can't breed some fish types. That's fixed. Fluid draws we can't do anything about. This one's inactive, so I'll probably close that as well. Slice bread duplication. Okay, you fix that. I'm not gating that. Geo was with building gadgets. That's contained, isn't it? Pretty sure I'll pull limit. What's this? I don't know what this is, but I'll close it. Remove that. Why aren't there mods like this for the farm building game? What I will do is I'll just add the maintainer tag. For that one. Smart crafted table bug. You fix that as well. That's fixed. War Farm Office add-ons. I'll just tag everyone in that. Organic powder compostable. That's pretty easy to do. Hey, welcome, welcome. I haven't had a chance to play yet, but I hope you tend to friends about Ratchet. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I'm actually just currently going through a never-ending list of bugs. Unobtainable tier 6 add-ons. Submerged. Turtle Arm being drained, submerged. New block suggestion for Obvious Utilities. Don't know. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's always bugs. Oh, here's a question. Since you must know about loot tables, is there any way... not loot tables, actually. This is... Oh, no, it is loot table. Is there any way to... I'm going to throw in the word easily. Obtain, like, the drops from a loot table and add it to a JEI entry? If you know. Yeah, I did think so. Because currently the only way I'm thinking of doing it is to have to create it on the server side and then sync to the client via a packet. Loot tables, yeah, that's exactly my thinking on it. Secondary question to that. In 26 dot whatever, there is a event, isn't there, for data pack synchronization? On data pack sync. I'm pretty sure this is only for recipes, right? Doesn't handle global loop modifiers. Yeah, because that's all changed as well, though, isn't it? Global loop modifiers. Well, we're basically done with fractured, so I'll show you. I'll show you the use case. Well, one of the use cases. In case there's a better way of doing it or a different way to do it that I haven't even thought of. So, once this finishes importing, I have a modifier in casting tools called pulverizer. So the idea is that you can use it, if you apply it to a tool, you can pulverize items. So the way that works is I think the better way of doing it was through data maps. So we're just doing this here. So obviously a block, and then the identifier is the loot table. So it all works fine. The loot table runs, this all works with chances, whatever, that's all fine. But I thought it would be quite nice to have that being shown in JEI as like a recipe. Yeah, it's a data map that points to a loot table. Well, it points to an identifier, but yeah, I then build the loot table from the identifier. So it's literally just stuff like that. So I could have hard-coded it to just be like cobblestone to like just block to block. But I think having the ability to do loot tables through the pulverizing like modifier is quite a good thing to have. YouTube, hey, I have one question. Can I use mod packs in Fabric server? It depends if the mod pack's made in Fabric. Let's have a look at this. Animal harvest recipe cache. So you're doing the cache. Oh, and then loot table, okay. Yeah, see, I have the... I'd say I can get the loot table fine. And then I guess the animal harvest recipe is not really a real recipe, right? It's just what you're using for JEI, I guess. If a mod pack is usable for fabric, how do I use it? I don't understand that question. You can only, if a mod pack's fabric, you can play on fabric in server. Yeah, I don't quite know what you mean. Loot table utilities. So this is where you create the loot table. List of chance output. Oh, and then you use that list. And then the harvest category for JEI. Create recipe extras. And then get chance output, lose of size, and then you add the slot. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of the way I was thinking of doing it. Don't even, I looked in that and I couldn't work it out. I actually have it, not in this one, but in Sniffers. Odd. I looked at it about 100 times, I have no idea how they're doing it. But the way I was thinking was pretty similar to that. Obviously, so I had a recipe type. Let me show you Sniffers. Because this is the use case where it's more makes sense. Because so I've added custom sniffers that, again, use a data map with a block and the loot table. Which just allows you to add like compact with other blocks, which is what I need going forward. But I'm pretty sure I had the recipe. Yeah, I think the recipe's still there. So I've done a lot of the recipe stuff. It was just I could not work out if there was a better way of doing loot tables. So yeah, that's currently what it looks like. But as I say, it reads the data map fine. But where do you actually fill the get server recipes? Where are you doing that? Data event handler. On tag sync. I didn't know that was even an event. Info sync loop message. So there is, yeah, so there's no way of getting around it. It is going to be networking, right? It is going to be networking. The problem was I was struggling where to actually send the packet, but if you're doing it in the tag event, that makes sense. I'll just copy that. This is what we're using cast it. See, I was going to do it in that event. I did have one issue reported with actual sending of it, but I'm not sure if that ever got replicated. What event are you using? Tag. Tag's updated. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense because obviously the tags are on both sides. Put that there. Yeah, so that on the set and then say Dave as you send it, yeah. If you look into that update, because they should sync. What, in the data pack then? Oh, in the tags one. Should update static. Whether static data, which in single player is shared between server and client thread, should be updated as a result of this event. Effectively, this means that in single player, only the server side updates. Is that worth doing? Probably is. I'm not sure if I want to do this now. Because I know it's going to be a pain. I think sometimes not using that. Okay. As I said, we could. The thing is, so what are you using to actually display it? Set slot. Richest tooltip. Okay. Yeah, Charles output. Yeah, that's. I actually do have exactly the same thing, which isn't here. I'll just have to copy it over. Thing is, I'm not sure if we need it because I could just add the tooltips if we had to. But then chance results probably easier to work with. Where is chance result? is that my chance result. Yeah, I mean, so on 26 it is quite different. So I think you were building a grid, weren't you? Like an output grid. Not gonna actually see it because it's in the main mod. Wait, so this is how I do the JEI. But if there's a recipe that exceeds 3, it converts into a scrollable widget. Wherever, is there anywhere that we do this? Maybe. Oh yeah, here. So anything more than 3 gets turned into a widget just to make the JEI stuff a bit cleaner. My current issue is that looter item frames break on ATM 11. Yeah, that's not ideal. Oh, I have a square that's also 4x6. Yeah, so it's not really for this mod per se, but I needed a way to have, because you could do it. So I used to have a category for the strainers one, which was quite big. But if it's like a 1 item output, it's not worth it. And it's really hard to like dynamically size the background per recipe. Well, at least I've found it quite hard to do. So I thought the best way was just making it so you could have certain size, and then after a certain size, it turns into a grid. But all the grid stuff is done in let me get actual casting. I think it's all done in the it's not done in the set recipe anymore. Yeah, create recipe extras. So you have to assign all the values in the recipes in the set recipe, and then all I do here is if it's above that amount, then I literally place the grid on top. Not the cleanest way, but it keeps JEI clean. So yeah. Yeah, I like it. I think it's good. But it's mainly used here. In the cloche one. That obviously won't load. You know what? So I have actually changed some of them. But I forgot to change all of them. It's because I think I was on 26.1 and then up to 26.2 or 26.1.2, and then for whatever reason I thought the 27 was the next update, which I know it isn't. But yeah, I will change all that because Neoforge keeps breaking stuff. Yeah. Does looter affect? Does looter use the block break event then? I guess it does for the if the player does break it. I was actually surprised by the amount of mods that does use it. When they're changing FML to full, so that allows 26.1 mods to run on 26.1 and .2. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. The other one was, so the Sniffers mod, I literally just added like global loot modifiers to it, and I hadn't done it in ages. Literally within a couple of days it was changed. Literally. I hadn't used them for so long. Maybe Essence? That was 4 years ago. That was Forge. Yeah, loot modifiers, yeah. Yeah, so I hadn't done it in 4 years. And then within a second it was that. I hate group. Well, that's different now. It is better now. So you actually set priorities now. So that's how the new system works. So you just, I think the default priority is 1,000. No way to perm. Oh yeah. That is true. Global loot modifiers are quite something. You'd think it would just be like I don't know, like an add-on to a loot table or something that you could literally just do. Add. And just do that. Like, to be honest, I think Neofield should probably add this one. Not this one exactly, but an add item modifier. So you don't have to... Like, every mod seems to just add their own implementation of the same type of modifier. Yeah, see, that makes more sense to me. Just mutate the loot table. But yeah, as I say, everyone uses the everyone adds, if they want to do a loot table, what would you say? It's always an add item one. I don't understand why this just couldn't be a Neoforge class. And there's a risk one, and I just haven't seen it. Which is possible. Yeah, I think so. Because if you let's have a look on GitHub. And all we're going to do is search extends loot modifier. Let's see. That's an add one. Whoever this one is, add loot table modifier. Dungeon loot modifier, add loot table modifier. That's the second mod. Item modifier, which looks exactly like an add one. That's free. FTB stone block, crook modifier. Mind world, replace items. Epic medieval, add single item modifier. Again, it's the same. Yeah, it makes sense. But as I say, it's just weird that everyone has to implement their own way of doing it. Again, even Twilight Forest, same. Botanic pledge, add item modifier. Everyone does the same. Yeah, they are useful, like especially if you do want to do things properly. Like looking back at some of my old mods, some of the stuff I used to do should actually be arrested for. Add fresh entity. First version of Looter in 1.14 dynamically replaced the chest block entity of every chest in the game. There's a reason why the 1. Yeah, I mean, that is understandable. Like the huge thing, so personally for me, so I started doing this actually full time about 18 months ago. So not really the mod side of it, but mainly the pack side of it. But I really got into like the mod side of it. But it was all like, I don't know how to explain it, but I didn't take the care that I should have. So in 26.1.2 or whatever, I really did take the time to make sure that everything that I updated was significantly better than the 1.21 versions. Be that in terms of features or the way it was actually made or compatibility or whatever it was. It was mainly I really wanted to make sure that things were better for me. You just keep learning. Yeah, exactly. But you see like some of the mods I hadn't touched for a while. And the difference from then and now is huge. I love playing sub like value so much. Then we had a lot of people on the server doing everything with CubeJS. Yeah. What happened here? Get rid of that for a minute. But it's a silly thing. So I have a in-world recipes mod because as like packs are like the main thing, right? The main thing for me. And obviously in CubeJS you can easily add like right click on block, do something. But I try and look at it in the perspective of a player. So say there's a quest right at the beginning of the pack that says you need to right click on with a stick on a stone to get something. If you're a few hours in and you've forgotten how to do that and you look up the recipe of that item, you can't see the recipe. It's kind of a kick in the face because you don't know how to get it. So the idea of in-world recipes was that it displayed. So it has like categories, right? So you can view those recipes. Yeah, so, okay, so if you look at this, so this is what it is now. I'm not 100% happy with the way it works in JEI, but it does work. So, exactly like Flint, Shard, and Fractured, yeah. Which I couldn't do anything about that one. How do I even search recipes? Oh, it's Diamond Block. Huh? So I made this now. So triggers, conditions, and results. It's 3 things. Yes. So this is why I have this. So conditions, like it tells you block landed sand. So if a sand lands, and then here dropped items near free dirt and free stone, it will do this. Right? There you go. So it's a visual way of seeing those things. But in classic fashion, this is well over engineered. But, so obviously you can do all this, right? So there's various triggers. If you send a chat message, give me bed plus, it gives you a bed. So there's loads of stuff like that you can do. Okay, got to head off for a bit. Yeah, there's loads of stuff, but it's modular, right? So you can just extend or implement the recipe condition, do what you need to do, and then you could just register it in a mod, and then you have that effect, or you have that condition, or you have that trigger, or you have that result, whatever. But then there's also, you could just trigger it to only showing JEI or not showing JEI. So that's mainly for the future. But I like it. Thank you very much, yeah. I think it's quite cool. And it will be very useful. But thanks for stopping by anyway. I appreciate it. Right. So what do we want to do now? So I don't think we want to release this fractured update just yet. It's still a bit early. Probably want to give it the weekend and get a bunch of bugs fixed. Can I look at the glare mod? I cannot believe how many add-ons there are for that new Create Aeronautics mod. Create Aeronautics burner fuel, claims, portable engine, joystick control, simulated, FTB chunk stable aerospace, tool gun, covers again. It's actually insane. Cold sweat and aeronautics. Aeronautics Russian translations randomly. And then the actual mod is all that way down. For one Create mod, yeah. Everyone's gone mad on it. I'd say I think it probably is worth adding to Farmopolis. I mean, you know it's doing well when it's been out for 6 days and it's nearly at 300,000 downloads. It's in 298 packs. Yeah, 6 days ago. Which is nuts. There's only 15 in world. Yeah, I did see that, to be fair. I think we probably, I think we definitely want to add it to Farmopolis. after those issues are fixed. Because I think Farm Office could afford to have a mod like that, whereas I don't think Submerged can. So yeah, so Submerged tomorrow for an update, which is basically done. And I think Monday we go for Fractured. Is there a Google Calendar? Yes. Maybe we should start using this a bit more. I wonder if it's worth making a like a shared one. What account is this? bbl.benbenlaw.gmail. Is there just like one where I could do? So like I'd just like to click a day. Not I don't want these times and stuff. I just want to be able to fill in a day and not add times. Is there a calendar that does that? What is the... Oh, this thing. Level 129. Yeah, I like that. They're quite cool. Let's see then the Spark report. Where is it? I can't even see it. Mods. I can't actually believe the price that Narina has on servers. Optus Utilities resource generator. Oh, that is literally 0. That's nothing. BBL Core climbable block event. To be fair, there is nothing that's really an outlier, is there? It's apart from the arena. Server probably doesn't like setting up the world. I mean, maybe we can despawn them if they go below the world limit. Doesn't actually say. Glare entity tick. It is the AI. Start each non-running behavior. What is that? Try start next on try start. Gate behavior. Yeah, this probably is fine. I think if it gets out of hand, then we could probably look at it. No, the update didn't look like it done anything. Do you know how many rascal entities there were? So I'm wondering if this is just more the amount, more than the actual amount, more than the actual entity itself. So I'm not sure how this works, because obviously this view I'm on obviously shows you the tick, but is that the tick for all of them that are in the world right now? Because 2.24% is a lot if it's 1, but if it's 30 or whatever, probably not too bad. Not really sure why it's. I think it's just flagging red flags for certain things. What's it flagging here? Recipe manager for the cast 0.09%. I don't think there is any serious outliers of that yet. I thought you'd gone. Click world. Where's world? On Spark. Platform memory, etc. Oh yeah, I've got it. Okay, so there was no rascals apparently. No entities found. Here we go. Live information. Friends and foes glare. Yeah, there is no. I don't think it's much to be worried about yet. The Undergarden player is the most expensive there, and that's it. No one's got farther than the Undergarden yet. Friends and foes glare, but it's specific glare. Yeah, apparently they have a brain. 66, 70%. So okay, so there is that is a problem. Zombies 93. To be fair, the actual mob count is probably a bit high anyway. Nice to see my mods quite low. Usually they're right at the top. "13 looter chests. 1 mixer. 292 bats. I mean, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, they are really bad. God, I need to check the server. I don't think it'll be that many because there's not many structures. Where do you save it? Data? Oh yeah. Well, data loot, yeah. What am I looking for specifically? How many loot data files? Not many. 0 to 9 and then A to F. I think the data files from Lutero are the ones that can possibly slow you down a bit with like moving worlds and stuff. Because obviously you do make loads of files, right? Press data storage for 26. I did see something about that. Change it to save for every converted instead of just when by the player. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Uh, 26.1, it's 256 files total instead of one for each chest. I can't believe you've just snitched on me. Right, in all fairness though, there is 198 of them. But 23% on 198 is awful. What we need to do is, what I need to do, I should say, is get Opus 26 out. So we can actually start addressing performances. As I say, in initial looking and testing, I believe the performance of every single mod is better. Including routers, and I think routers are probably had significantly better. Also, this version doesn't have the fix, does it, for routers? Because we fixed the dimensional upgrade dimensional upgrade was broken, if I recall. So that should be significantly lower. Also, there's a compactor one. I think I fixed that as well. So the top 3, 2 of them are fixed. 718 fish. I'll tell you what we do need as well. The pipes lag fix. And then that will be so that'll be routers fixed, strainers fixed, and pipes, which are both in the top like 7 or 8. Why is there 718 fish loaded with one person? Oh, is it server side only? Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'll start adding it to packs anyway. I think think for the moment we probably won't need to do anything in Fractured in terms of mobs. We'll just have to monitor it and see what we need to change. Let's just have a look at Obdus 26. Does it actually load yet? Yeah, it has 115 mobs. Yeah, that's a lot. This is further than I've ever got. So maybe we can actually load this now. This is on the new Neo Forge. This is why it was having problems. Oh, golly, so we're actually in. Okay, maybe we release this soon. Yeah, the lantern will help a lot, yeah. As I think for the minute, we're not too worried about that side of the performance. Once the pack's further along, we can start looking at like outliers like the glare. As we've always got the option to remove them. I'll tell you what I might be able to do. Might be able to build a test version of Cube.js. Because as I say, I'm pretty sure the recipe side of it's fixed. Look at these are cool. Error signs. But yeah, the main aim for Opus 26 is to get it out and get some test versions going. And then I do want to... I think this pack has got potential to be something quite cool and unique. Like, if we do... I think, actually, this might be a pack for not just myself, but for you, Sazabi, and our new one. Maybe this will be a collaborative thing. Because there's a lot of stuff I think we could do with this. As I say, I like the ideas of the 16 pillars of modded. And then you have to like achieve like an end goal in each of the 16 to like complete the pack. I think that's a cool little idea. But to do it properly, I think it's going to take a lot of work. Actually, I don't think this will work. Okay, we won't worry about Cube.js yet. But yeah, maybe I do think this has got a good potential. And it gets to see like it gets to focus on other mods that we can't always use. But yeah, I think we should probably do that. And I think we're probably going to call it. Don't think there's too much to be done. Just probably today. We'll just be keeping on top of whatever bugs come in for Fractured. I'll try and clean up the Submerged 2 stuff for Monday. And maybe I'll do a shared calendar for the server stuff and the Modpack stuff. Which I think that could be quite useful to have. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Is there anyone we want to raid? Oh, there is actually someone playing Fractured. Oh, they were playing Fractured. No, I'm playing Opus packs. So yeah, we'll call it there. Thanks everyone for watching. Oh, actually. Go say hi to him. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Depending on how things go, maybe at some point we will start a new pack. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone. You should have been gone by now. I can't believe you're still here. But yeah, I really appreciate it. Right. Have a good day, everyone. See ya.